Hi guys, Rideshare PA here. Welcome to the channel. As always, I love all of my subscribers and I want to thank you. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and subscribe. If you are not, thank you for being here and I appreciate it. As always, do me a favor, like the content so that way other people can see it. YouTube recommends it and I appreciate it. As always, too, if you have not yet dinged the bell for notifications, please do that so you know when I go live or when I come out with new content, okay? Today's topic of conversation is another one that I've done before, but I feel that I should do it again just to kind of reiterate it. Okay, it's called things that you should do to maybe earn tips a little bit. Okay, this weekend I was in Philadelphia. I drove Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for a total of about 50 hours for the whole weekend in 4 days. I did probably about 12, some days I did 12 hours, some days I did more, but in all it was about a 50-hour work weekend. In that weekend, I earned a total of $56 in tips. And I earned a total of, I think it was $124 in promotional earnings. Those are from quests and also from, so in Philly, they do a thing where it's called, you do 3 consecutive rides, you get an extra $4 or an extra $5, things like that. So with that, I earned an extra $124. However, this week, I am just talking about tips, okay? I earned $56 in tips. Most of those tips were $1, $3, $2, things like that. I did get a couple. I think I got one where it was $9 and some cents. Another one where it was like $6.76. And I probably got 4 or 5 that were $5 or $6, okay? And those ones I know for a fact because I remember some of the passengers. Those bigger tips, $5 and more, those tips were from people that I actually talked to and engaged with, okay? Every single person that gets in my car, I always greet them with a smile, okay? When I'm asking them what their name is, I always greet them with a smile. I always ask them how their day or their weekend is going. Okay, I always, let's just say they get in my car and I say their name is Bob or Beth or whatever. I go, hi Beth, it's nice to meet you. How was your day? Or if it's a Friday or a Saturday, if I'm picking them up from a game, if I'm picking them up from an event or something like that, I go, oh, how was that place? I always try to engage my customer. Because you have to think of them not just as your passenger, but as your customer, okay? You are providing a service. They are either going to like or dislike the service. The more they like the service, the chances are they might tip you, okay? So you go into it with a head thinking like that, okay? I did provide water for all of my passengers this last weekend, and I will say the $4 investment, it was worth it. So that might be something I might continue. But, I will definitely say you need to engage with your customers, okay? If they don't want to talk, they won't. But most people, if you ask them, if you just simply smile at them and, how was your day? How are you doing? How was that event? Wherever you're picking them up from, if you just try to simply engage and talk to them. I picked up a nurse. I talked to a nurse. I asked her, I said, oh, I seen she was coming from a hospital. She had on a nurse's outfit, so I said, oh, well, you work at the hospital? She's like, yeah, I had a long day, I'm going home. I said, oh, okay. I said, my mom was a nurse, so I talked to her about that for a while. I engaged with that person on a level, sometimes it's best if you can show interest in something, okay? Somebody I know, let me see, I had my first dog this weekend, a service dog. I actually talked to her I asked her, I said, do you mind if I asked you a question? She said, no, go ahead. I asked her, what was some of her experiences with Uber and Lyft having a service dog. So I talked to her with a good 20-minute ride about her experiences with passengers, with stuff like that, about service dogs. And then I actually brought something to her attention in Philadelphia about Uber Pets. I said, well, maybe you want to do that as an option. I know if you have a service dog, you don't have to pay extra for it, but I said in Philadelphia, it's like an extra $3 or $4 or something like that added onto your ride, but then you will get drivers that won't give you a hissy fit about a service dog or won't give you a problem because they're willing to take pets. And she didn't even know. She didn't know that Uber Pet was an option. She never heard of it before. So she said thank you, and she gave me a tip. So yeah, with that being said, you always need to, like I said, engage with your customers, talk to them, see what they like. Just strike up a normal conversation, guys, because at the end of the day, everybody wants to be talked to, everybody wants to be heard, and it actually does help you get tips. Okay, so my number one tip for you guys getting tips or getting a 5-star rating or things like that is to do yourself a favor and engage with your customer. Okay, if they don't want to talk, don't talk to them, but if they're willing to talk to you and willing to open up and just on a regular basis, like, be social, then you need to do that, because that is the best way, above all else, a smile and talking to your passenger, that you are going to get tips. Obviously, if you have an airport ride or things like that, or people have luggage, opening your trunk and actually going out to, I personally do this just because I don't want them to tear my trunk up when they're putting luggage in, but that's another thing. If you open your trunk up, be a kind enough person to open your door, go out, and put their luggage in. That shows them that you are able to go above and beyond. Okay? Going above and beyond is the only way that you're going to be able to get tips in this industry also. Okay? Putting in that little bit of extra effort every day eventually will pay off. Again, people that aren't going to tip you aren't going to tip you no matter what. They're just major buttholes. If you deserve the tips, you will get the tips. If you don't deserve the tips, you won't get them, okay? Keep your car clean, inside and out. Get your passengers from point A to point B. If they want to have conversation, talk and have conversation, okay? If they ask you questions, I know we all get the same questions. Have you had pukers? What was your worst experience? Things like that, so forth and so forth. But talking to your passengers about things that they like, especially if it's something obvious, if you're picking them up from a baseball game or a football game or a concert, things like that, you know, the movie theater. Every time I pick somebody up from the movie theater, I always ask them, what movie did you see? They tell me what it was. If I saw it, I talk to them about it. If I didn't see it, I ask them their review. How was it? Was it a good movie? If it's a kid movie, is it something I should take? I have 4 kids. Is it something I should take my kids to see? Did you think it was a good movie? Okay? So things like that. Engaging with your customer is the best way to get tips. All right, guys? So as always, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please feel free to comment on the video. Smash that like button. Let me know what you think and what your concerns are, so that way I can come out on my next video and talk about those. But as always, guys, stay safe, drive safe, and have a good weekend, guys. Rideshare PA out. Take care.